Kaya sila nagpipicture with somebody receiving a check is to prove to the public na mayroon nakakatanggap. Diba? To prove to the public na mayroon, that there's a real person na tumaya at nanalo dun sa bola. Hindi yung nabola tayo.
Hindi yung nabola tayo.
Short lang na kwento about yun nga, yung Senate hearing doon sa sa PCSO, nakakaloka, di ba? So the two things that that we can discuss about about the Senate investigation. Unang-una is, hi Kim Yao, hi Kikix. Okay, unang-una is of course the edited picture. And so dun sa PCSO, pwede discuss din natin mamayang gabi, ha? So PCSO, ano ngayon, yung nakakatawa yun, syempre yung primary discussion dyan, yung edited picture, So ito yung point. Ito yung nakikita ko na how ridiculous this whole exercise is. Kaya sila nagpipicture with somebody receiving a check is to prove to the public na mayroon nakakatanggap. Diba? To prove to the public na mayroon, that there's a real person na tumaya at nanalo dun sa bola. Hindi yung nabola tayo. Okay, pero they'll show a picture of a person, itatago nila yung identity, i-edit nila, and literally obliterate the person. And the thing in the picture is simply an amalgamation of either different people, different body parts, etc. In other words, hindi na tao yan. So what is the point? Ano ngayon ang evidentiary value ng pagpapicture pa o somebody receiving a check when you have to obliterate the identity anyway? It does not become evidence anymore. Hindi na yan proof na may nakatanggap. And it does not address the suspicions of the public when it comes to yung mga hiritan na pamilya loan debtor na naman ang nanalo. At unusually, galing Bulacan na naman. Sabi ni Rara, is that the usual process of PCSO for those who won? It's been done before until yun na nga nagkaroon ng mga issues about yung identity ng tao. Kasi maraming mga kapitbahay, magpapabalato, may na nagiging vulnerable sila to kidnapping and so on. So, di ba, that's not how you assuage the public na mayroong nakakatanggap. The point of PCSO kasi isn't the winning. Of course, that's the biggest incentive. The PCSO is a government-owned and controlled corporation that is supposed to be revenue generating. Right? Ulitin ko, ang purpose ng PCSO is revenue generating. And the lotto is their means of raising that revenue. How do you increase public confidence? Pakita nyo sa amin how you're spending the money. Kasi unang-una, saan ba? Are you showing us how many patients have benefited from this? How many hospitals na napatayo? Remember, may Universal Healthcare Act. Meron bang contribution ang PCSO sa mga scholarships ng ating healthcare professionals?
Supposedly by law.
Diba? By law, oo. So,
percentage.
Correct. There should be scholarships, there should be hospitals, there should be hospital services. Nasan yung kung magpi-PR na rin lang ang PCSO, nasan yung mga accomplishments nila na ganito? They are supposed to be a main player dun sa healthcare system natin. Revenue generating sila primarily for that. Nasan na yung mga report nyo? Puro kayo bad editing na kunwari may nakakatanggap when you're not really addressing the problem at all. And that's one of my problems with this administration. They have solutions to non-existent problems, i.e. charter change ng kung anik-anik. Tandaan nyo yung charter change na isinusulong ng Senado ngayon? Advertising and education, hindi yan nakalista dun sa mga problema, ha? Yung gusto nilang i-address, yung sa sharing, sa resource extraction, foreign land ownership, renewable energy. Paano naging ganun? Bakit biglang advertising nasama? Bakit biglang nasama ang educational institutions for foreign ownership? Diba? So, again, this administration is giving answers to problems that don't exist, solutions to non-existent problems. Or, really, they just really want to ignore the feelings of the people. Kasi right now, ang feeling ng mga tao is, hindi namin pinagkakatiwalaan ng PCSO. We have no trust, zero trust in the PCSO, and you're feeding us with stupid PR gimmicks that have no evidentiary value whatsoever. Diba? Hindi ko nga alam kung yung Senate hearing na yun was meant to exonerate the PCSO. Okay, problem number 2. The supposed, alleged cancellations now of bets. How common is that? Parang pinalalabas nila is that there are... Nice. Pinalalabas nila na merong magbe-bet, iraran ng cashier nang hindi pa nababayaran. And therefore, it would amount to a cancellation. Eh, bawal ang cancellations. So, sinasabi ng agents, pinupuno nila yon. So, nalulugi daw yung mga ahente kasi may mga nagka-cancel. And in one particular ridiculous, unbelievable instance, 14,000 cancellations as compared to 9,000 bets. Well, parang, naman, you really expect us to believe that? Eh, tumataya din naman ako eh. Pumipila ako dyan. Wala naman tayong nakikita kahit tumambay ka buong araw sa mga ahente ng loto, ilang beses ng ganyan. Sabi ni Mark Spencer, over 2,000 lotto shops closed dahil sa implementation ng e-lotto. O so yun. Baka yung e-lotto yung nagkukos ng losses. At kiniklaim na lang nila yung losses as cancellations. And for what? Maglalabas ba ng pera ang PCSO para dyan? Oh, and there's a third issue. May confidential funds ba this 2024 ang PCSO at magkano? Trabaho ba ng PCSO magkaroon ng confidential funds allegedly to address the issue of illegal gambling? Illegal gambling, if it is an issue, should be addressed by law enforcement agencies. Hindi naman law enforcement agency ang PCSO eh. If ever, kliyente sila ng law enforcement agency. So again, gumagawa sila ng mga solusyon to non-existent problems at niloloko nila ang taong bayan. So wag naman ganyan, hindi naman tayo tanga eh. Try to convince us of the cancellations as a major issue for the losses of PCSO. Talaga lang. 500,000 pesos per day daw ang losses ng PCSO. Well, siguro that's in their books. Baka,
100,000 pesos?
yeah, per day.
They're averaging 100 million revenues a day.
Oh, ayan. So,
So that's puny.
sabi ni Army Ramos, kaya nga attorney, lahat ng vlog ni Maharlika tama. She has a good, how do you call this? Success rate. Totoo naman, marami siya talagang tama. Tapos yung hindi pa tama, baka later on ma-reveal na tama, di ba? So, ito, Mark Hernandez says, but ngayon ayaw ni Duterte ang Chacha, pero nung time niya gusto niyang tumaguhin. Ay ba, parang ang tingin mo yata ay magkapareho yung Chacha na yun. Hindi po pareho yun. Ano ba? You can only compare apples with apples. Hindi to apples with oranges. Just because it's Chacha doesn't mean they were asking for the same changes. So wag niyang yan yung pinakamalaking panloloko sa taong bayan. Yung sasabihin na, oh gusto niyo naman pala ng Chacha, o di sige, ito ang Chacha. Without telling us that they intended pala sa People's Initiative to expand the powers of Congress. Para virtually Congress, the House of Representatives alone will be able to propose changes to the Constitution. Kailan ginawa ni Duterte yan? Kailan niya pinopose na, oh, let's use Congress to be the sole proponent, sole body to propose amendments to the Constitution. Pakisabi nga, kailan nangyari yun? Nakakaloka kayo. Ito, sabi ni Decluttering, araw-araw mo ba naman papanalunin si Loan Better? O di ka kaya nalugi? Pero hindi nalulugi ang PCSO. In fact, hindi lugi yan. Kumbaga, kung may kunwari lang na nanalo, edi sa kanila din pupunta yung pera na yan. Besides, ang revenue na na-generate nila per day is something like 100 million. Kasi kaya nila, isipin mo, magbigay ng ay, biglang champion ng press freedom nung nadali ang SMNI. Shoutout pala si Mark Hernandez. Sabi niya, biglang champion ng press freedom nung nadali ang SMNI. Sino yung biglang champion ng press freedom? Darling, 2009 pa champion na ako ng press freedom. Baka gusto mo mag-search and go beyond the 2000s pa. Go up to the 1990s. Matagal na po akong champion of freedoms. Matigilan mo ako, marami ako I have been too long in the game. Hindi nyo lang kasi ako kilala. And so you think you can easily bash people. Papunta ka palang pauwi na kami.
Si PCSO, ang monthly take sa Lotto is 3 billion. Si PCSO po, ang average monthly take sa Lotto is 3 billion. So that's 100 million a day.
Yan.
Ngayon, ang sinasabi ko lang, tricks, yung probability. Kasi at 100 million a day, if you divide by 20 pesos per bet, yun ang there will be about 5 million bettors a day.
Diba?
Pero ang probability ng isang loto, yung 642 for instance, that is 1 in 40 million. So kailangan mag-exceed ka muna ng 40 million bets bago mo tamaan yan. But there's only 5 million bettors in a day. So the mathematical probability of yung laging may nananalong loto is talagang kakaiba po yan.
Ito yan. In fact, yung probabilities dun sa 400 na nanalo, kinumpute ni Dr. Guido David yan. And parang di ba? 1 in, basta at million zeros. Parang ganon. So, again, so yan. Ang isa pa talagang kailangan ng public audit is the PCSO. Hoy! Tinatanggal natin yung false kasi pagka wala ng katuturan yung sinasabi. Parang this guy thinks that if you're in the opposition, you're bad. Or that you should always not be in the opposition. Ano ba? The purpose in a government is for balance. Kaya 3 branches yan. 3 branches with separate powers, pero balanced dapat yung mga powers na yun. Also, the reason that we have free speech is so that we can balance out yung power ng gobyerno. Sabi ni Bon Joberts maigi, ganyan mga bobo.
Yung argument nila na si Duterte is in favor of, hindi sana tinuloy ni Duterte, di ba?
Oo nga.
Hindi nga natuloy because nakita naman ni Duterte ang mga dangers.
Exactly.
Nakita po ng dating presidente, yung hindi po pwede yung ipo-push mo basta-basta. Kaya nga hindi nangyari in his time.
At kahit kailan, hindi inura-urada ng presidente, ng former president, ang charter change. Hindi sila yung nag-usap-usap lang sila ng mga senador at congressman. Charter change na tayo? Sige, gamitin niyo yung Constituent Assembly para mabilis. Nag-create ng Constitutional Commission. Tapos, yung Constitutional Commission na yun was also taking into consideration yung mga proposals ng mga tao. May legal studies on that. Sabi ni Daap, saka hindi daw nanuhol. Tama. So, hindi sila nanuhol. Tapos, sinumite ito sa Kongreso, even for further studies. Ano nangyari? Ayaw din ng Kongreso kasi masyadong marami. Yung kumbaga, they had to wade through all that legal jargon. Ayaw nilang i-discuss. So, ayaw nila ng mga debate. Gusto nilang madalian. Kung madalian, hindi tayo maririnig dyan. Or pwede nila tayong baliwalain. Tingnan mo, ayaw nga ng Senado, ayaw ng Senado yung People's Initiative. Tama naman, kasi mawawalan sila ng powers. Pero ayaw din nilang makinig kung ano yung gusto natin. In fact, yung ibang gusto natin, para sa kanila din Kunwari, hindi dapat 3 years lang ang kongresista, hindi dapat 3 years lang ang local government official. Bakit hindi pa pahawain? Pero pwede silang i-recall. Diba? And that's how we can empower the people. CONCON empowers the people. The Constitutional Convention allows us, ordinary citizens, to be represented in the changes that are to be proposed for the Charter. Second, we can propose laws that will have more people's participation, such as the expansion of the recall law. Diba? Recall initiatives. Isipin mo, sabihin natin, sige, ang mayors natin pwede up to 5 years. Pero pag gumawa yan ng kalokohan, madali for the people to recall that mayor. Diba? Pwedeng ganun. Pero kung sila lang ang nag-uusap, walang tunay na pagbabago mangyayari. Yun, sabi ni Jasper, and if they lose the trust of the people, they can be recalled. Yes, it is in our power to propose that. Ngayon, kung hindi sila makikinig sa atin sa Chacha, di tayo yung mag-People's Initiative to allow recalls. Sabi ni Mel, dahil wala ka sa karambola, pwede po kayo lang mag-describe ng outfit of the day niya. Ano ba itong brand na to? I'm wearing a Michael Kors blouse. Totoo yan. Tapos, Lee jeans. Tapos, ano ba tong, ko? I forgot kung anong label ng sapatos ko. Hindi lang economic provisions ang gusto nila, sabi ni Juan Diego. May hidden agenda yon. Oo, tawag ni Conrad, hidden merienda. Oo, totoo yan. Totoo yan. And ano yung sinasabi? The the framers of the Constitution of the United States, after which our Constitution is patterned, okay ha, take note of this, says one of the enduring doctrines is that the people should be suspicious of its government. And that's why we have a constitution that limits the power of the government, limits the power of the state. Kasi ganito yun eh. When we have elections, we put the power in the hands of our officials. Okay? The problem with our constitution is it does not allow us to take it back. So, we should create a mechanism to be able to take it back. Because ang laki-laki ng powers nila, there must be a way for us, the people, to directly limit it also. Okay, last two questions kasi nakakahiya kay Fiscal Darwin dahil birthday niya ngayon. Uy, mag-happy birthday kayo kay Fiscal.
Hello.
I'm confused, sabi ni ano daw nangyari dun sa relationship ni FPRD and BBM. Well, as far as I know, there wasn't really anything. There's no starting point. May mga things kasi na hindi pa pwede pag-usapan eh. Pero, ang nakikita natin dito is that the public first saw the rift. The moment nag-start yan dun sa confidential funds. Pero yun okay lang. Kasi si Inday herself said, sige ayoko na niyan. Wag na, magulo lang yan. Okay? Biglang humirit yung usapang impeachment. From that point on, nagsalita na, naging public na si President Duterte. Not because Inday is his daughter, but because it's such a blatant abuse of power. Kasi ano yung basis? We can only talk impeachment if there is a fault or a crime that is at the level of high crimes. Diba? Ano ba yan? High crimes. Darwin, ano yung mga grounds for impeachment? High crimes, treason, culpable violation of the Constitution. So kailangan nandun sa level na yun. Diba? It has to be at that level. Ano ang ginawa ni Inday Sara para umabot dun sa punto na pag-uusapan ninyo ang impeachment, ano yung ginawa niya na nasa level ng high crimes? Walang public showing of anything like that. Walang ni whisper ng corruption. Walang ganun. It was too in your face. It's too blatant. Sabi ni Blackbird, lahat may issue, pero panahon ng EJK, tahimik kayo kay Digong. Itong mga to, ang hihilig humingi ng resibo. O, nasa ng resibo mo sa EJK? Pakisabi nga. Kahit yung ICC, hindi nila nilalabas yung alleged evidence na yan. In fact, it requires a trial. So yung mga sinasabi, puro hearsay, number one. Hindi umaakyat to the level of probable cause. So ngayon, ako yung magtatanong sa inyo, lapagan ng ebidensya ngayon. Hihirit ka ng gano'n, natahimik kami during EJK. Hindi kami tahimik. Unang-una, ako ayoko niyan. Sinabi ko, I did not like the blatant actions of some of the police officers. And I refuse to praise those na niyayabang pa na, uy, nagpatumba ng drug lord. Check nyo. However, kung gusto nyo sabihin na may EJK, that's what the courts are for. Eh, napaka-confident mo eh. Ako naman ang hihingi ng ebidensya sa inyo. Parati nyo nalang hinihingan ng ebidensya, sila Maharlika, yung mga vloggers, kung saan yung ebidensya. You wouldn't know evidence if it bit you in the rear end. Aloka kayo. You don't even know the definition of evidence. Don't make me calm down. You wouldn't know evidence. You wouldn't know what's admissible evidence. You wouldn't know what proof is. So, you want a debate? Grabe, galingan mo ha. Andito tayo harap-harapan. Nasabi ko sa iyo ngayon, andito ako sa podium. Come on over. What I can say, and where the evidence is very clear, is that this administration doesn't care what you think. Yes, even the people who are on their side, they don't care what you think. They just let these people hang themselves by their own, misdeeds, by their own ignorance. Mag-hire kayo ng vloggers, bibigyan nyo ng script, hindi nila ma-defend. Yan, sabi ni Rara Avis tuloy, asa na ebidensya mo, puro ka akusasyon, troll.
Sabi ni Blackbird, sabihin nyo na lang makadigong kami, pero kami marunong kami kumilala ng ebidensya. Ikaw, maka-BBM ka ba? O makasarili lang talaga? Magkano pa? Wala pa bang bonus? Alam mo, sa start ng year, talagang delayed yung mga bayad, ha? Kasi nag-audit pa. Tandaan nyo yan, ang mga releases, Pebrero pa yan dadating. So, tiis-tiis muna, higpit-higpit muna ng sinturon. Kasi matagal pa yung releases. It's always delayed in the first quarter. Sorry ka na lang, you're dealing with government. Is it okay for you that Maharlika is in the States to expose all those anomalies? What's wrong with that? Ito yung, I think I understand what you're saying. Kasi inaakusahan din ako na masyado kang playing safe. Inanyo ka. Diba? Playing safe. Bakit? Gusto ninyo kaming i-endanger? People who say that she's playing safe want her to be endangered. So, diretsuhin nyo na lang yung sinasabi, di ba? Ito si Blackbird, ikaw yung sinungaling dyan. So, what you're doing here is name calling. But really, you're not presenting any argument. Sinasabi mo lang, Mako Duterte, EJK. Pero nasa ang argumento mo? Wala. You can't cite law, you can't cite logic, you can't cite any evidence. Wala. Actually, it's useless. It's a total waste of carbon. Sabihin nyo sa mga amo mo, bawas-bawasan yung bayad sa'yo kasi hindi sulit eh. Sabi ni Carlisle, mga banat ng Blackbird walang kalaman-laman, halatang walang common sense, at saka kulang yung script nila. Okay, so yun yung babalik tayo, recap natin ha, recap natin. 3 issues with the PCSO. There's no evidentiary value dun sa may pa-picture-picture pa sila ng taong tumatanggap. Kasi ang ina-address nila supposedly is the lack of confidence in the PCSO. But the means of addressing it is just completely idiotic and has no value whatsoever. Bakit ka magpapapicture ng taong tumatanggap when you're trying to show the people na hindi yan napapariwara or hindi naliligaw yung pera. Merong nakakatanggap. Pero inobliterate nyo naman yung personality ng tao. Actually, you could have put in a dummy there, binihisan, tapos kunwari inabutan mo ng cheque. Ganon yung value nun. So, instead of addressing the loss of confidence of the public in their agency, they give us a gimmick, a cheap gimmick. Bad editing na nga, wala pang logic. Issue number 2, cancellations talaga. Gina-justify nila na meron silang losses of $500,000 daw per day due to cancellation of bets. Sino niloloko nila? Kailan naging issue yan? Di ba? Cancellation of debts. Cancellation of debts. Of bets. So, ang sinasabi nila is nagbibigay ng card, tapos ipapasok daw nila yun as a bet, kasi hindi magbabayad. So, cancel. Pumunta na ba kayo sa nag-bet na ba kayo? Di ba? Pag nag-place ka ng bet, kasama na yung pera. Sasabihin sa inyo, ganito, bibilangin, ma'am, 20 pesos. Sabihan ka ng gano'n. So, paano to? Di ba makakancel pa ba yun? Hindi pa nga pinapasok yun. Cancellation of bets. Di ba? Third issue. Nasaan ang accomplishments ng PCSO? They are supposed to be auxiliary. They are supposed to be a revenue-generating agency to assist, to supplement yung mga medical expenses ng ordinaryong mamamayan. Nasaan? Diba? Isa yan dun sa mga haligin ng pag-eradicate ng poverty dito sa bansa. Kailangan ina-address natin yung kamahalan ng medical expenses dito. Yun ang hindi nila pinapakita sa atin. Ilang ospital ba ang binigyan nyo? Ilang taong binigyan ninyo para sa PCSO? In fact, para sa medical needs, PCSO. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, yung mga kaalyado nila, gusto pa nilang tanggalin yung yung batas ni SPG?
Batas sa...
Yung sa healthcare. Yung, ano ba yan? Yung the law that malasakit centers, yon. So, gusto pang patanggal yung malasakit centers, by the way, or i-defund yan. So muli, the way to address the loss of confidence in the agency is to tell the public where they have been spending the money. Kasi yung lotto, that's just a means of raising revenue. But their other job is to supplement expenses for to help defray for the impoverished people the costs of healthcare para hindi sila completely malulong sa kahirapan, hindi magkaka-reversal of fortunes. This is one of the biggest things that cause poverty in this country, and we can only solve it if we're going to help them. We're going to help people address the issues of healthcare. Wala tayong naririnig na proyekto. Yun dapat ang ginagawa nila, nasa na? Yeah. Oh, huwag na tayo. O, di Mars Pigay talaga, grabe kayo. So, address the issues of healthcare. Address the costs. Nasa na yung mga scholarships? Nasa na yung nasa na yung mga ospital? Diba?
Nawala yung transparency ng PCS. Hindi pwede. Tagal na, nawala.
So nawala yung transparency, an agency that requires the confidence of people so that they will place bets. So, diba? Yun lang po at happy birthday uli. Okay. Kay Fiscal Darwin. Darwin, happy birthday!
Thank you so much.
Ninakaw ko yung oras para sa birthday ni
Maganda yung hindi masyado.
para daw hindi ako masyadong busog. So, happy birthday, Attorney.
Hello.
Ayun. So, on behalf of Mark Lopez,
Bye. Thank you.
Kids Bar, ha?
Hi, bye-bye.
And Attorney Darwin, thank you very much for thank you very much for joining us on our live. May live pa po tayo mamayang gabi. Ulitin natin to and and let's discuss it further. Diba? Nakakaloka talaga itong gobyerno natin. Gumagawa ng solusyon sa problemang hindi nag-e-exist. Bye! See you later, everybody!